Hey, welcome back to Life Skills. We are so excited every Monday when we get these things out to you and we get to share things with you, and you're part of a family, and this is how we connect right now, and we're really happy about it. And I guess we've got some questions we're asking all of our directors this time, and I'm going to be put on the hot seat here too. Susan's looking at me saying, you better answer these well, so here we go.
So we were told that we should ask you if you put up a Christmas tree.
Yeah. Christmas time is a big deal to my wife. She's like Mrs. Christmas, type of thing. And in our house, she will set up to 20 trees, and they all have different themes and things. This year's been a little different because of COVID, and also my daughter just had surgery in Portland, and so Debbie's actually in Portland, so we're not going to be doing the normal things, which makes it feel like Christmas isn't really here when you don't do your traditions. And we have to have traditions. I think that's what we're trying to say, is do some fun things around Christmas. But we have lots of trees. I'll tell you one thing we do every year that's kind of a tradition in our house is we'll get together and we'll watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And it's such a funny movie, and my daughter knows every line in it, and so we'll actually tease each other all year long about the lines in there. One of them is when he's got the sap on his fingers from cutting down the tree, and everything's sticking to him, and he says, a lot of sap here, or whatever. I think he says that also about the tree, and we'll do that a lot. We'll say things, there's a lot of this here, a lot of that here, so. Nice. Traditions.
Traditions.
It's good.
Yes. So our next question is, do you ever experience guilt around this time of year, and what do you do about it?
Guilt around this time of year. You mean because maybe I'm doing better than so many other people aren't, or I really don't have a lot of guilt this time of year. Our family doesn't go overboard on Christmas. We don't spend a lot at Christmas. We do get some nice gifts for each other, but it's not like we're going to go in debt for it. I would feel guilt if I went in debt. Sometimes I feel guilt just because I work with so many people who have nothing. And that bothers me, that I have so much compared to what so many people do. But we try to give back on that. I know that our church, we give out little gift boxes for the homeless, and that's one way we try to give back. But I don't go in debt. I would feel guilty if I did.
Yeah, me too. So what do you wish or hope or pray for our listeners this holiday season?
Well, with this being a strange year and we're trying to bring it to an end, I think what I would pray is just a sense of purpose for everybody. That even though things haven't necessarily gone well this year, let's center back in on who we are, why we're here, where we're going, and maybe we've had a pause in some of the things we've been trying to progress on in our lives, but that's not going to be there forever. So let's just move forward as best we can, and let's just be happy where we are. I think contentment is a big word. I love that old story where there was a couple that had no money, and they wanted to get each other a gift for Christmas, and they had to sacrifice something to get the other one a gift. And it was very simple what they got, but it was a big deal. But they were happy with what they had. And I think if we can be happy where we are, that's a good thing.
I love that.
Yeah.
One last question. Do you think that you're on Santa's naughty list this year, or his nice list?
Oh my goodness. Am I on his naughty list or his nice list? I hope I'm on his to be improved list. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be, and so I'm on his constant improvement list. So yes, there's some things that I look back in the year and say, oh, why did I do that? I shouldn't have done that. But very few. And there's a lot of things I wish I could have done better. So that's where I'm at this year. I'm just anxious for a new year to do things better.
Good answer. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Looking forward to seeing you next week.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Susan.
So I have a couple questions for you. So how do you deal with the stress of gift giving around the holidays?
I shop all year long. I start Christmas shopping for next year right after Christmas, and shop sales and clearance, and that way when it comes to Christmas I have everything all ready and I just have to wrap it.
Wow. I want to be you when I grow up. Okay, that's wonderful. I love that. So what do you want Santa to bring you for Christmas?
I don't know. That's not a question that I wanted to answer.
Okay, I'll ask
you
another
can cut
one.
these, right? Okay.
Okay,
I buy
So
all my own
how-
presents, so I know what I'm getting.
So, you could have said that.
I'm not putting that out there.
That's funny. So, do you ever experience guilt around this time of year? And what do you do about it?
You know, the only guilt that I really experience is I tend to go overboard because I do shop all year long. Christmas at my house tends to be really, really Christmassy. And so I do have a little bit of guilt because I feel like I do too much sometimes, and maybe other families can't do as much. And so that's where my guilt lies.
Yeah, I get that. One year we did a total Goodwill Christmas,
Nice.
or thrift store Christmas. We had books from the Christmas tree all the way through the dining room, through the living room. It was
I actually
awesome.
did a lot of shopping Goodwill this year, Goodwill online, and had it all shipped to me. And I did Southern Oregon Goodwill because I really wanted to support them, knowing that they had lost a lot with the pandemic.
Wow.
So our Christmas this year is going to be a lot of Goodwill, and I've already
Nice.
informed the family of that too. But I got a lot more from my money, so
Yeah.
yeah.
And you're community minded at the same time.
Yep.
So, what do you wish or hope or pray for the listeners, our listeners this holiday season?
I hope everybody just has peace and serenity for this holiday season.
Awesome. That's a great hope. Hey, one more question.
Okay.
Do you think that you're on Santa's naughty list, or do you think you're on the nice list?
This year, I think I'm on the nice list. Yeah.
Good. Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. So, Matt, what are some safe and sober ways that you celebrate over the holidays?
You know, one of the things that I like to do to celebrate over the holidays is just make sure that I'm taking time to connect with my sober friends and check on them to see how they're doing. There was a saying that I used to hear around Thanksgiving time that an alcoholic that doesn't call another alcoholic to wish them happy Thanksgiving must not have anything to be very thankful for. And so that's been something that's kind of stuck with me throughout most of my adult life, is to reach out during the holidays and make the time to make connections with people. Even during a time of COVID, a phone call can do anything, can do miracles in many cases.
So, tell us about what's your favorite holiday treat? Like,
Pumpkin pie, honestly. Pumpkin pie is kind of an Achilles heel to me. If it is in front of me, I will eat it, even if I'm not hungry. And it's been that way since I was a child. Pumpkin pie and whipped cream, that is my thing.
I was gonna ask, do you put whipped cream on it? Yeah, you can't have pumpkin pie without whipped cream. Okay, so one last question. What do you wish or hope or pray for our listeners this holiday season?
You know, honestly, with how turbulent 2020 has been, I would just wish everybody some peace and serenity for the holiday season. I think that this has been a very escalated year. There's been a lot of things that have caused trauma for a lot of folks, and I would just wish people inner peace and happiness during this holiday season.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to ask you actually one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you're on Santa's naughty list or his nice list?
Oh, I think pretty much every year I should be on his naughty list, but somehow I think Mrs. Claus talks him into still giving me some presents, and I'm very grateful for that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Liz. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Good. So we have a couple of questions for you. What do you want Santa to bring you for Christmas?
Nothing, honestly. My husband and I talk about this from time to time. We don't need anything. We have a good life. We've been very blessed. And so the joy that I have at Christmas time is giving to others, whether it's baking things at home, getting gifts for the grandkids and the nieces and nephews. My family for years has done a name draw so that you only have to buy one gift for one of the adults, and it takes some of that stress off of people and thinking they have to run out and buy everyone gifts and spend a lot of money. So I just love doing things for others. We bake a lot of goodies at Christmas time, and to give plates out to some of our neighbors, and they do the same thing. And I plan on bringing some here to the office.
Aw. I was going to say, I want to live in your neighborhood. I think about doing that most years and I never get around to it. I'm not the best planner in the world. What's your favorite holiday treat?
There's so many. Coconut bonbons. I love Almond Joy and Mounds, and they just remind me of those. They're a little bit of work, but they're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I make fudge, Rocky Road, Chex Mix. I give people what I would want, and
Yeah.
everyone usually loves it. So
That's awesome. I love that. So, what do you wish or hope or pray for our listeners this holiday season?
number one, that the world will get back to normal, and that they will just
Absolutely.
find peace.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's awesome. One last question. Do you
Okay.
think that you're on Santa's naughty list or on his nice list?
Well, I would love to think I'm on his nice list. Yeah, I'm on the nice list. I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
I believe it. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, action.
So, hey, who are you guys?
Tanner.
Say it real loud.
Tanner.
And what's your name?
Dakoda.
Dakota? What are you guys doing?
Doing newspapers.
Face the camera.
This work.
Face the camera. What you doing?
Work.
What kind of work?
Our mother's work.
You're helping your mom.
Yeah.
So, are you guys putting all the stickers on the newsletters?
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing? Who's helping you?
No one.
You guys are doing it all by yourself?
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, what's your favorite thing about Christmas?
The tree.
The tree?
Candy.
The candy? Ooh, yeah.
Well, the chocolate candy.
You like chocolate candy? That's awesome. Okay, well, thank you for working so hard.
Yeah.
Do you know that you're helping a lot of people, even though it seems like you're just helping your mom, but these newsletters go out to a lot of people and it really helps them to know what Road Retreat is doing. And that helps us to do more of what we do to help people. What do you think about that?
That's cool. I just didn't. I thought that these were just going in the mailbox.
They are, but they're going to actual people who are going to read them. How exciting, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, get back to work.
Okay.
Thank you, you guys.
Yeah.
Good job. Hi, Heather.
Hello.
So we have a couple questions for you.
Sure.
So, around Christmas time, it can be really stressful. So how do you deal with the stress of gift-giving expectations?
Gift giving. Well, this year, my adult children were over for Thanksgiving, and we decided to implement a new old tradition of drawing a name for each person to be able to give one good gift to that person, so they don't have to try and think of something for everybody, especially right now with money being so tight. So if you do a gift exchange, like here in Rogue Retreat, our staff are going to be doing a Secret Santa. That way it pares the stress down to just one person, then I think that makes it a little easier and a little less stressful to try financially. And some people, it's just, what do you get for them?
Yeah.
So that's the new tradition that we're starting in our family this year, is drawing names for all the adults to relieve that stress a little bit.
Nice. Do you put up a Christmas tree?
Yes, actually, we are in the house that we're trying to buy right now, but it hasn't closed yet. So the only thing we've done really is put up the Christmas tree and a little nativity scene, because right now we don't really know where that's going to fall. So, but we definitely wanted to get a tree up. Christmas is usually a very big deal in my house. My husband loves Christmas. It's his favorite holiday. And he loves putting up lights all over everything. And but we just did the tree so far this year.
Fun. So what do you wish or hope or pray for our listeners this holiday season?
I pray and hope and wish that they feel love and joy and peace that if they're not able to be around family due to COVID restrictions, that I just wish that they have a way. Last year I lived in Hawaii and my family had me on a laptop on just on Zoom. So I just pray that they're able to have a way to connect. And for those who maybe have lost family members or this year, I just feel that they, I just hope that they have some joyous memories that they can share for that loss.
Thank you for that. Can I ask you a personal question?
Absolutely.
Do you think that you're on Santa's naughty list this year or on his nice list?
I'm hoping for nice.
Have you been a good girl this year?
I have been a good girl this year.
I'm so proud.
We moved back, so that was good.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Heather.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Hey, Scotty.
Hey.
Hey, I got a magic trick for you.
Okay, we're good.
Are we good? Okay.
We're good.
And we have our masks. So I have a magic trick, but it requires a $10 bill. And I'm going to change that $10 bill into a $20 bill.
No way.
Doesn't that sound like a good trick?
So here's my 10.
Okay, so fold it in half.
Which way?
Just
This
fold
way
it,
or
no,
this way?
that way.
This way?
And now fold
Okay.
it in half again.
Okay.
And now fold it in half again.
Okay.
No, not that way. Not
Oh.
that way.
Oh, you want to do
There you
this?
go. Into
Oh,
a little
okay.
tiny
Okay.
square.
A
Okay.
little? Okay.
Okay, now
Uh-huh.
give it to me.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna work my magic. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Don't watch. Don't watch what I'm doing. Okay. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm gonna turn that into a
Chapstick?
That's not it.
That's a great trick.
Ooh,
A candy?
dark chocolate. We're getting smaller. What's going on? Maybe it jumped into the other pocket. There you go. $20 bill.
That's a $1 bill, Susan. What kind of...
Wait a minute, it didn't work. Sorry.
What do you mean, sorry? That was my lunch money.
Oh. You can go to the dollar store. Hey, I got another trick. I got an even better trick. Okay, give me 5.
I just gave you 10.
No, give me 5.
I'm not touching
Slap
money.
me 5.
You've been touching money. I'm not going to be touching your germy hands.
Okay, that's the trick. So I'm going to show you this. This is magic. Da, 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 da. And you ready for this?
Yeah?
Clean hands.
That's...
It's magic. It's magic.
Okay.
Come on, give me 5. Give me 5. Give me 5.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Wait. I don't have time for this.
Ow. So one of my favorite Christmas traditions when my kids were little was that when we put up our Christmas tree, I would always make hot cocoa. And I used to make it homemade, but over the years it turned into, pouring a little packet into a cup and pouring hot water over it. But the kids always remembered that, we had hot cocoa when we set up the Christmas tree and we all decorated it together. That was a really good memory. This year I don't even have a tree put up because we're probably not going to get together, except what we're going to do is create a new Christmas tradition because we're kind of far apart now, and plus with the social distancing on top of it, we're going to do a Zoom Christmas. So all the presents are going to be delivered to the children, to all my grandkids, and then we're going to get a Zoom meeting going and we're going to open them up that way. So we did that for Thanksgiving and it actually worked out pretty good. So we're just trying to do our part and, stay safe and keep everybody safe. So then another question is, what was the question?
Well, you just covered the 2 of them that you had talked about before, which was your favorite memory and then a new tradition.
Okay. And then if somebody has, So I know for some of you, maybe you don't have a lot of great memories around Christmas, and that's true for a lot of people. And so maybe make it a point this year to connect with someone that you care about. Maybe your children or grandchildren. Maybe you're not going to center it around gift giving and Christmas trees and all that. Maybe you don't even celebrate Christmas. And that's okay, but it's just a good time to connect and stay in touch with the people that you love and that love you. And so create a new tradition for yourself. You know, my Christmases weren't that great growing up. I always, we had a big family. I always felt kind of like I was the least loved. I'm sure that's not true, but that's how I felt. So that was hard, and maybe you've had some memories that are just really difficult. So be sure to check in with someone that can just help you walk through those memories and just take care of yourself this Christmas season, okay? And what I wish for you all is just a really chill, laid-back time to rest and recuperate from the stresses of the days that we've gone through, and also to do something fun. Maybe for you that's just taking a walk outside and enjoying the crisp, cold air, or maybe playing some board games with friends. Of course, wear your mask, follow the guidelines as they've been posted, but those are some things that maybe you can do to make sure that you have a really good Christmas. So take care, and we'll see you next time.